the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right. We welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, Devontae Adams, he's a great volume receiver. Here, he's able to do some pretty nifty work after the catch.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it on one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
There he goes, left side. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, and even 40 yards. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and the lead is down to 2.
Bengals 9, Cardinals 7. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Arizona. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Kareem Hunt.
His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
Bengals 16, Cardinals 14. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. That will get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, instead... Fourth down after the incompletion. It'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
16, Cardinals 14.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
First down, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Hunt.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is up to 5.
Cardinals 21, Bengals 16. Josh Lambo set to kick.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end Tunyon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 2.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key.
And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10.
Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Shotgun now for Murray. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 48, 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Murray now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time.
Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41. Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half. But that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. 2nd and 4. Murray now. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Cards get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray as the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is down to 2.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
Throwing now is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Second and 20.
Murray now to throw. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That one is caught by Hunt. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's second and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And it's third down.
Here's Murray. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 5.
Bengals 37. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Bengals take over. We got this at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
What we got? Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Here we go,
Again, it's Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To Mixon on the check down. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, no surprise there that he got the ball. When you've got 2 touchdowns already, you're probably demanding it in your own huddle. And you can bet this defense, though, is going to be keyed in on him at this point. And they did a nice job stopping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
This is caught. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 15 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to take another shot here. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2nd and 2.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Bengals. It's complete.
Robert Tonyan.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Arizona.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Rodgers. Open man is Uzama. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
To throw is Rodgers.
connecting with Mixon.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Rodgers will throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for 2 there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, and the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.